What is going on, guys? We are back for episode number 9 of our Pokemon Leaf Green Generationlocke. And in the last episode, you guys, we made our way down to Fuchsia City. I did go off screen and get the rest of the grinding done. Everybody on the squad is up to level 37, and Alakazam is level 39. I changed the movesets around. We did everything. We optimized things. Alakazam is here with the Twisted Spoon, with Psychic, Psyshock, Thief, and Recover. We now have a can't miss move. We now have Psychic, which is stab, and Thief is special in this game, so we can actually take advantage of the 126 special attack stat, and it just happens to make it so that Alakazam can hit other Psychic types for super effective damage, which is actually good in this particular gym because Koga likes to use Hypnose as well and stuff like that in the gym. And then just Recover is nice recovery. We're then using Ninetales with Flamethrower, Ember, Will-O-Wisp, and Rest. I did want to put a healing move onto Ninetales. We're going to drop Ember for Sunny Day probably, which you can pick up here in the Safari Zone. And that will probably round out Ninetales moveset. We then have Vaporeon, who is rocking out with Water Pulse, Ice Beam, Bite, and Sand Attack. You can get Toxic in this area as well. Plus, you can also get Surf. So that will probably finish off Vaporeon's moveset. Pidgeot, my bad. Return, Aerial Ace, Fly, and Feather Dance. Feather Dance is a -3 on your opponent's attack stat, which is really, really strong if you can get that off. Fly, obviously I'm not really gonna click, but it does get us through the region. Aerial Ace is a can't miss move. And then Return is 200 power because we are max happiness with this thing, or at least close to it. So it's eventually just the strongest move that we can go for. Our Venusaur stays the exact same: Giga Drain, Razor Leaf, Leech Seed, and Sleep Powder. And we're actually switching out Primeape for Machamp. At this point, our team really just needs bulk and beef. And honestly, Machamp is one of the highest attack stat Pokemon that we have. It's the highest in terms of base total by a fair margin. And it's actually bulkier than Primeape in every single way. The rest of our team is actually fairly fast. And that kind of allows us to have a slower Pokemon like Machamp, because we can now take advantage of the fact that we just have this crazy attack stat. And can sort of kind of do things. Low Kick is our strongest move. Karate Chop will be replaced with probably Rock Smash, and then Focus Energy can replace with Strength, and then we'll have a full move set onto Machamp. So, and I got Rock Smash from or Rock Slide from Rock Tunnel, that move tutor down there. So that's sort of kind of what we did off screen and everything like that. The gym is level 43. And then you have to face, I think you have to go through, what's it called? You have to go through Slipko before you're allowed to take on Sabrina. So that's why people are level 43 right now, and they're just level 37. I think if I skip as much as I possibly can from a Pokemon perspective, I can give myself a pretty good opportunity at a pretty decent Pokemon in the back part of this area. Rhyhorn would be cool. Kangaskhan would be dope. Nidoran is a Pokemon. We'll catch it. There's Sunny Day. So Sunny Day is huge. Let me teach Sunny Day onto Ninetales here real quick. We'll get rid of Ember. That covers that one off. Paris, not important. If I wouldn't have got a Pokemon, I would have fished for Dratini, I think. I think that would have been the smartest thing to go fish for, but it's not a big deal. Like, getting a Dragonite at this point, like, what's it really adding to our team as a whole, sort of, kind of. So that's sort of kind of where I was at with it. But I think realistically our team Quick Claw can be given to our Machamp, and now our slow little boy could sometimes be a fast little boy, and I think that is positive. From here, though... I did not mean to go that way. Okay, so... we can run from here. That's Steel Wing. I don't think I need to concern myself with Steel Wing. Protein. Yeah, I don't need to concern myself with Steel Wing. I think we're fine here. Toxic? Gold Teeth. That's Double Team if I'm not mistaken, right? No, Toxic you get from Koga. What am I thinking? Anyways, give me Surf. Thank you. Okay, so Surf is huge. Surf is gonna let me do a lot of things. Makes Vaporeon actually like a real threat here. Because now that just significantly changes the power level of our moves. Having Sunny Day here makes Ninetales significantly stronger. Surf now makes Vaporeon significantly bigger threat. I think this is pretty much almost a complete moveset on all 6 of our main Pokemon here. The only thing that's slightly concerning is what do I want to do long term? Because Abra's a really tough bring to another region just because like you're just stuck with teleport. It's a Pokemon that you pretty much have to be using experience share and things like that for. I mean, we do have rare candy, so it's not the end of the world, but like it's a glass cannon for a long time, and that does concern me. Okay, so we did that, so now we can go to this Warden. Thanks, son. You're a real lifesaver. No one could understand a word that I said. Not one. I was too ashamed to show my face around the office, even. Let me give you something for your trouble. And I will gladly accept strength. That can go square onto this Machamp. And I think we'll keep Focus Energy and drop Karate Chop. I think that's the smartest play. And I think that gives us a fairly decent, safe move pool for Machamp to just hit hard. This is just a rare candy, I believe. Yeah. So realistically, there's nothing really else that we need to do here, except for Koga. So I will gladly accept running through Koga real quick. But before we do that, there's one thing that I didn't show you guys. I did go get encounters. We got a Ditto, we got a Kingler, we got a Venomoth, and a Dodrio. So those are Pokemon that we have at our disposal now as well. But honestly, I do think that this team of 6 is honestly pretty strong. If it were fully up to me, like, I don't want to... Like, personally, I really like Vaporeon. It's dope. It's actually the Pokemon that I think that I would want to have in a region with me. I want a water Pokemon that can function on land. I think that's a valuable thing thinking about it in terms of real-life Pokemon. But, like, in terms of the games, Gyarados is obviously the water type that I want right now, right? I would be able to drop Pidgeot and Vaporeon for Gyarados. The only problem is that Gyarados in this generation with the physical special split, it just isn't worth it. And so what we're gonna do probably is in another region, we'll switch these two out for that, free up a slot, and then we'll be able to get something else that's gonna be able to help us. So I think that's sort of kind of what I'm thinking longer term with this, but you know, maybe electric type, you know, maybe something else that we can use, but or a dark type, right? Maybe we go Umbreon, maybe we do something, right? But if we choose, I think if we don't bring Vaporeon, we get stuck in the world where like we don't have Eevee anymore and we can't use Eevee in other games, and that's kind of scary. I will say though that like I will probably try to legacy keep it to Vaporeon in future games, but technically the option is there. We can go in an Umbreon or something, you know what I mean? Another option though that's really kind of cool is that like I'm thinking about it like Weavile. right? Like Weebile is really cool. Mamoswine that you could pick up. Donphan, like really get like a third good physical Pokemon, especially if you have Gyarados replacing these two. You have your 3 special Pokemon and then your 3 like physical Pokemon. And I think that would be really solid. So long term, that's kind of what I'm thinking about. But oh yeah, for the gym we have to drop Pokemon. Right. Okay, so let's actually be really strongly strategic about this. We don't need Ninetales. We don't need Vaporeon in here. We don't need Pidgeot in here. We don't need Venusaur in here. And we don't need Machamp in here. I think we can pretty well just run through with like... Okay, let me get rid of some things that are like common. I think Crobat can actually be good in other regions, so I don't want to get rid of that. I think those two are fairly good. Let's put Raticate. Let's put Sandslash. Sandslash has been used though, right? Sandslash was around. I don't think there's really a ton of things I need to drop though. I think Butterfree is useful in other regions. I might want to drop a Victory Bell from being used. Maybe let's drop Ditto from ever being used. Yeah, let's do that. Let's drop those Pokemon because they're just like not going to be helpful in future regions. And they would impede an encounter more than they would help an encounter. So let's do that. Heal me up real quick. And then we should just be able to let Alakazam run through this, right? There is no need to be worried. We can even probably let this go to 42, like, right now. And then I think you can skip everybody but one, yeah? I think he's the only Force Trainer here. The Thief. We resist Psychic. Love it. Yup. Okay, so I think everybody else is dodgeable. Yeah, everybody else is dodgeable. Perfect. So, Koga here. Not a threat. Wants to learn Trick. No. Okay, so this should just be 4 one-shots, right? Alakazam. This is 4 one-shots. 4 of them. That's all that this is. Buffing. Psychic. One shot. Perfect. Okay. So you're down and out. As long as you one-shot this Muck, we're in good shape. We do. And Muck was the one Pokemon that had the special defense attached to it. So we should be pretty well just free and clear here. Perfect. And Wheezing. Get one shot, and that clears out Koga for us. So Alakazam picks us up the Marsh badge. Marsh? No. Soul. Soul badge. Thank you. So we'll pick that up. We can also pick up Toxic as well. Perfect. And with that, we can get up out of here. Give us our squad back. So at the current moment, we have used Primeape in a gym. We have used Beedrill in a gym. we've used the trio. And we've used Sand Slash in a gym. And then we've just used Raticate, Victory Bell, and Ditto. So these Pokemon cannot be transferred. Their legacy will end in this region if we don't decide to use them again. And if I'm missing something, just let me know in the comments and I'll throw it in there. But I do think that is pretty well how we're going to be clearing things out from being used in other regions. Is just, we have the space for them right now to switch them out. Do it, you know? Okay, so let's add our team back. Because for Giovanni, we're going to want a full squad available to us. Perfect. Let's add Toxic to Vaporeon. We'll drop Sand Attack. Perfect. And I think that is all we need. So, let's keep moving here. We'll fly here. And honestly, I think let's just take on a second gym right now. Why don't we? Let's make this a super cool episode. Okay. So the unofficial fighting dojo. Trying to be an official gym league badge location. Official? I don't think that's right. Anyways, Alakazam is gonna smack people up. That's what's gonna happen. So, yeah, trespassing the fighting dojo. That's fine. Do I even need to be worried? Like, can I just shockwave? Shockwave one-shots things. Oh wait, Alakazam's gonna be over level though. Huh. Okay, so we'll do this. Oh, Alakazam is definitely gonna get over leveled. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna use Alakazam in the next gym anyways. So I guess it doesn't really matter, like, in the grand scheme of it all. Right? Right? I'm trying to talk myself into that being okay, but yeah. Okay. Aerial-Ace. Perfect. Return works as well. Aerial-Ace here. Okay. Fly. Fly. Actually lived. Bro! Oh, well, we take Hitmonlee in this region because Hitmonlee is the only correct answer in this region. After this region, though, Hitmonchan is an acceptable answer, but in Generation 3 specifically... Okay, so from here, honestly, there's not really a whole lot we can do without, like, diving headfirst into story. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap up today's episode right here, a little bit earlier than usual, but I do want to make sure that this area is, like, properly portrayed. I don't want to be using speed up through it. I want to be actually helping, you know, the people of Saffron City. So what we're gonna do is wrap today's episode right here. Thanks everyone for watching. Click the like if you liked the video, subscribe if you really liked it, and we will see you guys in the next one.